When you're choosing the person that you want to get married to, you are not just choosing someone you love. It is so much more than love. Hello, Bunny. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it is your first time here. My name is Hani, and I do fun, authentic, and most importantly, educative videos. So if you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then turn on the bell notification so you get notified every single time I post a new video. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys so much. So please stay tuned until the end of the video if you want to get the inside scoop on the emoji challenge of the video. So I recently turned 29 years of what? Crazy. I am 1 year shy from 30. I know. And for the past 3 years, I've been trying to make this video for you guys, but I just could not feel the list. I could not get it to 27. I could not get it to 28. And finally, 1 month and 3 days later, I was able to get down 29 things that I have learned by the age of 29. I wanted these things to be authentic. I wanted them to be real life lessons that I learned. And so every day I would just remember something, or I would pick up something and then I would note it down in my notepad. And I have finally reached 29 things, and I thought I would share this with you guys. So I've divided the lessons into 3 themes. The first theme is self-care and growth. The second theme is relationships and communication. And then the third theme is going to be mindset and gratitude. Whether you are in your 20s, 30s, or just need some life advice, I hope this resonates with you. And I'm getting a phone call right now. I need to put my phone on flight mode. After this, I'm going to put my phone on flight mode. I'm recording. Say hi to the bunnies.
Hi, Bunny, Honey Bunny.
I'm alright. So I got with my cousin. He's saying hi and he's telling you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get into this relationship, into this video. So whether you are in your 20s, your 30s, or you're just somebody looking for advice, I hope that this video will resonate with you. And yeah, let's dive right into the video. Okay, so lesson number 1 is health is wealth. I am not gonna emphasize every point because then this video is gonna be way too long and lazy not want a very long video. So I'm just gonna emphasize a few points, but not every single point. So health is wealth, self-explanatory. Get into some type of exercise, do something, move your body, and I promise you, your future self will think. You do not have to spend money. And by the way, I'm gonna share this one with you guys because I found it to be the easiest type of exercise that you can do and the most addictive exercise that you can do, and that is running. I'm so passionate about this one because it has worked wonders for me. It has gotten me excited about my fitness and my and my health. Sometimes you just wake up and you feel like, I don't feel like running today. So you'll tell yourself, let me just go for a walk. But I don't want to run, but let me just walk. Trust me, halfway through that walk, you start feeling like, okay, let me just do a little bit of a jog. And then you do a little bit of a jog. And soon you will find yourself running. And then it just gets exciting. And every single time you want to keep doing it. And the more you do it, the more addicted you become to it. Your girl has finally signed up for a 10-kilometer marathon. Like, what? Who do I think I am? Yes, I've been running 10 kilometers here and there, but that was at my own pace and I could stop whenever I felt like. But I signed up for a real 10-kilometer marathon. I'm even shocked myself. So yeah, that's on fitness. Another thing on health is guys, please take your time to investigate small things that you are feeling. If you feel like you are having irregular periods, go get it checked up. If you have a pimple that doesn't seem to want to go away, go get it checked out. Do your regular pap smears, do your regular cancer checkups. I cannot emphasize this enough, but it's better to pick up a problem now than to go pick it up way later. So do your annual full body checkup, and your future self will thank you. And so that's on health. Now moving on to lesson number 2. I'm sorry I had to get into details for this first lesson, but I am passionate about it, like I said. And yeah, the rest I might just fly through, might not explain them as much. So lesson number 2 is how you look determines the respect that you will get. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. If you are dressed like a kid, people will treat you like a kid. If you are dressed like a university graduate looking for a job that has just found their job and is trying to find their way in the industry, and that's how you are dressing, that's how people are gonna treat you in the workplace. It might sound unfair, it might sound like it's not right, but it is the truth. It is what it is, and there's nothing that you can do about it. But dress yourself the way that you would like to be treated. Lesson number 3. Stop caring about what other people think about you. Most of the time, they are not even thinking about you. Most of the time, they're not even saying anything about you. It's all in your head. And you're gonna stop yourself from opportunities. You're gonna stop yourself from stepping out and experiencing lessons and things in life because you were too scared of what other people are gonna think about you. Lesson number 4. If you don't change it, you are choosing it. Most of the time, it's something is in your control. You have the choice to choose whether you are gonna stay in it or you are gonna walk away from it. But if you keep repeating the same mistakes, if you keep doing the same things, if you keep hanging around the same people that make you feel bad about yourself and you don't do anything about it to change it, you are choosing it and nothing is gonna change. And that leads us into lesson number 5, which is don't dwell on it. Focus on what you can control. Whenever you are in a situation, ask yourself the question of like, is there something that I can do about this? If your answer is no, then move on, carry on, because it is what it is. It has happened and there's nothing you can change about it. But if the answer is yes, then ask yourself, well, what is it that I can do? And then go ahead and do that thing. But if your answer is no, there's no point in dwelling on it because it is what it is. It has happened and there's nothing that you can do about it. Do not dwell on it. Lesson number 6. Do not let the hardships of life turn you bitter. Life can be bitter, but staying kind and open-minded is also needed. That leads us into section number 2, relationships and communication. Lesson number 7. Treat people the way you'd like them to treat you back. And if you are thinking about doing something that you know very well you wouldn't want somebody to do unto you, then why do it to someone else? If you would never want anybody to do that thing to you, maybe think twice about doing it to someone else. And if you expect people to treat you a certain way, ask yourself, do you treat people that way that you want them to treat you? Lesson number 8. Do not be a people pleaser. Know your limits, know when to say no, and know how much you can give. I used to be such a people pleaser, and I used to feel guilty for saying no to people or for telling people the honest truth. Now, I am blunt. Like, I say things without thinking them through, which is another lesson we'll get to later. I had a hard time, I had a hard time, and I really struggled with saying no to people, and I learned the hard way that unfortunately you are only one person and you can only stretch yourself so far. So do not put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Do not put yourselves in situations where you know that you can't get yourself out of, that you know that you're not going to be happy about, just to please other people. Never. Know your limit and know that it is okay to say no. Which is leading us into the next point. Lesson number 9. Not everything that you are thinking needs to be said out loud. Like I said, this mug of mine had no filter. Like, I used to just spit out things. Like, I used to just say things. And they comes to my brain, it's most likely gonna come out of my mouth. And that's who I used to be. But, guys, not everything that you're thinking has to be said out loud. It's okay to keep some things inside. Lesson number 10. Do not take advice from everyone. And saying this is I'm giving you advice. Listen, these are things that I have learned in my 29 years of living. You can take it or you can leave it. You do not have to take it. And that is to emphasize on this point to say that not everyone has been through the same life challenges, life experiences like you have. And so it's easier for me to give you advice, but it's much more harder for me to take that advice that I'm giving to you. So take every little bit of advice that you're getting from people in this world with a grain of salt. Lesson number 11. Choose your partner wisely. When you're choosing the person that you want to get married to, you are not just choosing someone you love. It is so much more than love. Yes, love is supposed to be the root of this decision, but this is not just a decision that is solely based about love. You are choosing your life partner. You are choosing a business partner. You are choosing a best friend. You are choosing your forever person. And this should never be a decision that you take lightly. Okay, so the next 6 lessons are going to be a speed round, and I'm just going to be reading them. I won't be explaining them because I feel like they are self-explanatory. So lesson number 12 is don't let the world define your identity for you. Know who you are. Lesson number 13. Your identity does not start and end at what you do to pay your bills. Lesson number 14. Live high and do everything you want before having kids. Lesson number 15. Choose you. Lesson number 16. Self-care is needed and not a luxury. Lesson number 17. Relationships can be seasonal. It's okay to outgrow people and love them from a distance. And lesson number 18 comes from lesson number 17, which is it's okay to love people from a distance. Know how long you can be in somebody's space before it starts to annoy you or before you guys start getting onto each other's toes and ruin your relationship in return. So, yeah. Moving on to lesson number 19. Know what you want, communicate it, and do not compromise. I think it's self-explanatory. Moving on to section number 3. Finally, let's talk about mindset and gratitude. Lesson number 20. It's never too late to learn something new. Whether it's a skill, a hobby, or a career change, you are never too old to start. And lesson 21. Start over again and again until you get it. Never give up on your dreams. Lesson number 22. So, again, come here. Let me hold your hand when I say this. You can only repeat the same mistakes so many times. You are not a kid anymore. You do not have the luxury to be repeating the same mistakes over and over again. So yes, while you are going to start your life over and over again until you can figure it out or until you get your dreams, you cannot be repeating the same mistakes. You cannot be dating the exact same person and then keep asking yourself, why? When is my pay coming? Why am I not finding my partner? Why does my life suck? You are dating the same type of man. How do you expect to see a difference in your life? Yeah. It's time to start learning from your mistakes. It's time to start taking and writing down those lessons from your mistakes because clearly you keep forgetting about them. So maybe note them down, stop journaling, write it in a journal.
Yep, we just launched a journal.
Do you remember the Dear Diary days? Well, I still have mine. Look at this. I used to pour my whole heart into these pages, but somewhere along the way, life got busy and I just stopped.
These pages are like little time capsules. They remind me of who I was, what I was dreaming about, and how much I've grown. And honestly, I missed having this space for myself.
But recently, that has changed.
I decided to get back into journaling. This isn't about writing, it's about reflecting, growing, and giving myself the grace to start afresh every day. It's like catching up with an old friend, and oh my, it feels great.
If you have been thinking about journaling again, or maybe starting to journal for the first time, this journal is for you. And it also doubles as the perfect present for your best friends, for your girlfriend, and maybe for yourself.
Unlike your regular journal, you can decide what day you want to write in this journal. It has 12 monthly reflections, 12 budget planners, as well as a section to color your world. Bring back your inner child, unwind and relax by solving a few puzzles. You can get yourself this journal for just 465 Namibian dollars or for 365 Namibian dollars if you're on a budget.
And lesson number 23 is stop procrastinating, guys. Now I'm at this stage where if I think about something that I need to do, I give myself 3 seconds. I literally count 1, 2, 3, and I get up and I will do that thing. Because one thing about procrastinating, the moment you let those 5 seconds go by, it just becomes so difficult to do that thing. So just get up. Just do it. Stop thinking about it. Stop telling yourself you're going to do it later because you're most likely not going to do it. You have been telling yourself you're going to do it later for the first 1 hour, 3 days, or 5 weeks, or 5 months. So just get up and do it. Lesson number 24. Your friends can make or break you. Like if you are staying with people that all they want to do is go clubbing, all they want to do is talk about other people and gossip, and they never want to talk about things that you guys can do to build yourself. Or whenever you invite them to such things, they just don't show up or they do not show interest. Maybe it's time to go start looking for new friends. You need to go look for friends that want to talk about finances, how to save your money, go on trips, and things that are going to build you. Lesson number 25. Platonic friendships, just like romantic relationships, needs nurturing too. Lesson number 26. Be comfortable in your silence. Sometimes the best moments are the quiet ones. Lesson number 27. Why are you in a rush? Just slow down. Calm down, baby. You're not going anywhere. Stop rushing. Stop running. Just slow down. Take your time in the morning, especially. Take your time when you are walking, when you drop a pen, or when you drop something in the shop or anywhere. Take your time to pick it up. You might just find your husband right then and there. He might just pick it up and hand it to you, and y'all will look at each other with romantic eyes and they think, oh yeah. Let's move on. Light is not a race, guys. Just son, okay? Lesson number 28. Having siblings and parents is a blessing. Nurture those relationships. Somebody out there is wishing they had their parents. Somebody out there is wishing they had a relationship with their parents. They wish they had a relationship with their siblings. They wish they had a sibling because they are an only child. So be grateful that God has given you that gift of relationships with your family, that gift of your mother, your father, or your grandparents still being there for you and loving you and showing you love. And I'm gonna take this moment to say I love you so much, mommy. I love you so much. Sissy, I love you so much. Brother, I love you so much. Kazi, I love you so much. Okay, if you're my family, I love you so much. Yes. Lesson number 20. Feelings are a beautiful part of being human. Live in those feelings, feel those emotions, and understand that you cannot live in them forever. But it doesn't mean that you do not need to feel them or experience that. And that is it. Those are the 29 lessons that I learned. I hope that some of these lessons are lessons that you're going to take and implement in your own life. And if you have made it to the end of this video, I want you to comment the birthday emoji in the comment section down below. Shout out a happy birthday message to me. I know my birthday is gone, but I will still react to all of the messages and say it's my birthday. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and share. And I will see you guys in the next.
Break a leg, break a leg, break a leg.